Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. The anticipated new drama The Public is shaking things up at a local library with some of Hollywood's biggest names. Stephen Walker is sitting down with some of the stars for an inside look at the new film.
So I'm here with the cast and director, writer, producer and star.
Yeah, I'm an underachiever.
Wow, you are. So which of those jobs was the most difficult on this film?
Actually, the one that we're doing right now. Making the film's oftentimes the easiest part of getting it out there, getting it into the marketplace, getting it distributed. We've all done independent movies, and we know many times they don't see the light of day. And so I've been on this now for 12 years.
The world's changed, the political climate. Did that affect the story from the beginning? Did it change?
The script changed quite a bit. The last 10 years helped really inform the film, and especially the ending of the movie. The end of the film is a celebration of nonviolent civil disobedience, which we don't necessarily see in movies these days.
After shooting this film, I mean, did your opinion on homelessness change?
My opinion on libraries changed tremendously, and my understanding of the relationship between libraries and homelessness and information being available to everyone. Libraries are democracy in action. They're one of the few places where you can really appreciate some democratic values.
Do you think that libraries owe something, or what do they owe? Like homeless people, should they be there for all these services?
These have become airsets, homeless shelters, and the people who work there are being asked to deal with these tasks which are beyond their job description. What I like about the film is that it paints the tragedy on both sides. The people who run the library have this terrible task of maintaining this space for the general public. And what they owe the homeless is the same thing they owe everybody else who comes walking in the door. A library is a place where you change when you walk into a library. You go in, something takes over. And that is, you're going to go on this journey to learn without interruption, without anybody bugging you. I mean, to me, I've always loved going to libraries because they don't have my kids sitting on my face while I'm trying to read a magazine.
Welcome back to Celebrity Page TV. Now we're sending things back to Stephen Walker for more on the new film The Public.
Michael, you actually drive this story forward as a homeless man. What kind of research did you do for this part?
It wasn't really about, let's say, doing research. I know that I want to feel human. I want to feel accepted. And I went in with those desires that I have for myself. I went in for him. It wasn't like I did any study. These are human beings. I shouldn't have to study how to be a human being. Everybody just wants to feel accepted, wants to feel acknowledged. And I played it from a very basic aspect.
Michael's character is also a veteran, and I look at him as a philosopher and a warrior poet. And when he calls for this action, it's a very courageous move for him, and it sets the wheels in motion for what ultimately happens over the course of the film.
There are so many homeless people out there, and it's hard to ignore it, but why do you think it's so easy to ignore the individual when they're begging for you on the street?
We're selfish people. We're self-centered people. We're narcissistic, generally speaking, and we don't see ourselves as them, as someone whose family has had, dealt with poverty and homelessness and addiction and all those things that you don't think are you or couldn't possibly be you or people that it's around the corner. It's right there. At the end of the day, we can't other your fellow human beings, the people who are living and breathing and loving and wanting all the same basic needs that you want and need and have.
It was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys. Do you all have library cards?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well, everyone, go see The Public and get a library card.
Thank you, Stephen, and you can catch The Public when it hits theaters on April 5th.